Good evening. Welcome all of you, Bande Matram. So this evening we are going to discuss a great topic that is on Narada's arrival in Madra. So this is the topic we are quoting mostly from Sri Aurobindo's Savitri. So on the great sage, Sri Aurobindo has quoted beautifully. Almost he has been described in 2 cantos. So from there itself we will take few quotations. Arrival of Narada in Madra. So this is the position we are going to. This is the scenario how Narada really reaches. So far considering the term Narada, we know he is a Devarsi. He is God and he is a Rishi. Devarsi. So already we know he is the man divine. Sri Aurobindo quotes beautifully on Narada. Beautifully Sri Aurobindo has quoted, "He who has conquered the immortal seats came down to men on earth, the man divine." So on two lines you can get ample of significance of course by Sri Aurobindo for Narada. He has described this heavenly sage. The sage, heavenly sage, in this beautiful line, first line, "He who has conquered the immortal seats." Still now, only couple of people who are actually immortal. They have not faced with death. Already we know once somebody is taking birth means he has to die. Even the avatars, even the great incarnation, Krishna, Rama and all, they have faced their end. It is gone. But actually few immortals are there. Among them, sage Narada is there, is a great one. Still in the course here, "He who has conquered the immortal seat came down to men on earth, the man divine." His what? Man divine conquered immortal seat. Here in the course beautifully on Narada. So already we know that Narada, the term it's course that a quarrel monger. For different types of quarrels we see he has a great role in it. Consider suppose when after the giving marriage his actually one sister, that is actually Devaki, to the Vasudeva. Actually, they were traveling, and of course, the great king, that great Asura king, Kansa was actually driving the chariot. That time, actually, Narada reaches there and says the son who will take birth from his eighth child of Devaki will be instrumental for the death of Kansa. So naturally, instead of enjoying and merrymaking, both the Devaki and the Vasudeva, they were taken to imprison, because maybe before on 8th or there is a possibility of taking birth for the Lord. Sri Krishna, maybe before also there is a chance of getting birth, so they were imprisoned. Many ways we see these are the things. Even the Jalandhar story you have seen, there also the same thing. This will be happen. These are the things. So for that only he has told the truth. Satyam briyat, priyam briyat, ma briyat, apriyam satyam. Most of the time he was speaking the truth, that is actually apriyam satyam. So for that actually there was a great bit of tussle that already we have known. We have seen that Jalandhara, he was also killed by this process, and many ways it has been. Still then we feel he is a great sage. He is a Devarsi, God and also Rishi. So Narada, we see he is a Muni, always keeping silent. Always he was traveling with his flute on his hand and singing the name Narayana, 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 the great savior, the great incarnation, the great God, the divine incarnation, that Narayana, 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 with this, because he is the spirit who was actually advised to spread the divinity throughout the world. So with this name he was actually coming and actually spreading the divine name Narayana, Narayana he was doing. Even we have seen of his this thing, he has cursed Sri Krishna. We know, the Lord, once of time when actually this Mohini Kanya was created by the divine, and Narayana he was created. That time this Narada decided to get her married. So went to Narayana and asked the Hari Rupa. So that this lady will be fascinated and put the garland on his head while in the Swayamvar. But thing is that it rather happened in a negation, in a very contrary manner. Narayan gave the room that is form, but Hari, the another Hari, it has got two forms. One to Haran, two Harana means it will actually fascinate your mind. It will attract. Second Hari means that monkey. So monkey form was given so that actually this lady got divorced from ran away, choose somebody else. And when he found that actually this the form actually it is given by Narayana, that is actually the form of a monkey. He went and cursed, and later actually he could be able to understand his mistakes because he is going in a wrong manner, wrong way. Instead of making japa ram ram ram, he is rather jumping kam kam kam. So actually he is going to deviate, and that is not actually favorable and feasible for that one. Considering this one, Sri Narayana has only tried to test him and to stop him going deviating from the true track. And what happened after, we have seen, actually he wants, no, whatever I have cursed, I want to take it back. Then Narayan is speaking, no, through your curse, it was my intention. Through your repentance, that is also my intention. I am here, I want to take avatar and I want to go for this lila. So for that, so nothing to worry. Like this, many ways we see his equal member. In another aspects also, we have seen Narada. He was doing the brilliant work that we have already seen. Brilliant work for him. Actually, truly, what happened, that Valmiki Ramayana was written. He was instrumental. That also we have seen. And with that also he has advised Vyasa, so that this Srimad Bhagavata was written. And again he has given this preaching, religious preaching to Markandeya. To Prahlada he has given actually how to be saved from this Rakshasa Jivan life, this demoniac life, how he wants to get back his divinity. Dhruva used to know the story, this who was actually losing the love of his father, beloved father. So he actually, Narada advised him to go for this yajna, for this tapasya and all. Actually, he got succeeded. To Savitri also we have seen Narada was advised that Satyavan is of only his his age only 12 months, 1 year. And to Pandavas also he said how to prepare the Indraprastha, that kingdom. To Kansa, that also we know how as long as Nanda Kumar is there and Krishna is not safe. And to Pundarika he also explained how to get the dharma sikkha, religious preaching and all, how he will improve. So these are the good or best qualities we have seen. Even he has faced the Maya, symptom of Maya, while the Lord was actually teaching and trying to explain that Maya. He went in search of search of water for drinking. There itself he found a beautiful girl. Then some love actually came. He got involved in a love, entangled in a love. There was love between that lady and all. Marriage, some poor children. There actually came later. Came the flood on the river. They were trying to cross the river. Immediately that flood came in, and all the wife and the children actually they flowed away. And after on the next bank on the river side, he was actually lamenting, crying and all. There itself, Narayana says, "What happened? Nothing has happened. It is Maya." So many things we have seen in many ways, many formats. Now itself we will see how beautifully Sri Aurobindo has described the heavenly sage. Sri Aurobindo has quoted his the heavenly sword sage. Now few lines will see. Narada, the heavenly sage from paradise, came chanting through the large and lustrous air of Madra. Just a heavenly sage came chanting the name, that's what he is coming, attracted by the golden summer earth that lay beneath him like a glowing bowl. So just imagine he was coming to the, because he's coming, it has got his intention, it has got something, because after choosing, after deciding, after getting married freshly, Savitri has come down to the palace of his father's palace, and there itself actually something new will happen. With that moment, son Narada is coming and creating history there. He passed from the immortal's happy paths. He passed from the immortals' happy paths to a world of toil and quest and grief and hope, where he was really, that was actually higher hemisphere, there was light, peace, luminosity, everything is there. Where he came from the immortals' happy path, there is happiness, there is immortality. And he is coming to the world where is toil, quest, grief and hope, it is there. To these rooms of seesaw game of death with life, only death and life. And moreover, this is the scenario when Savitri has chosen his groom, and of course, the groom we know well. It is only this is 12 sweet twins months were given to him and her. Which day returning Satyavan must die. That was the clear picture, and of course, Narada wanted to clarify it in the through the topic of discussion. So here what he finds, he passed from mind into material things, from mind into the material things amid the inventions of the inconscient self. So this is the scenario, truly it is found there again. A primal air brought the first joy of touch, a secret spirit drew its mightier breath. Now, then what happens after time? What is feeling in this contrariety, in this world of pain and toil and suffering and strife? What he is finding? He has felt a sap of life, a sap of death. This is packed with mortality, sap of life, then sap of death. That's what he feels. Into the solid matter's dense communion, he is finding this that way. Then actually, what he is he shared with the Dom spirit identity. This is the what he is sharing with the Dom spirit identity. He beheld the cosmic being at his task. This is a cosmic being at his task. His eyes measured the spaces, gauged the depths. Just imagine how beautiful, how great, how grand he was. His inner gaze, the movements of the soul. His inner gaze could be able to visualize the movement of the soul. He saw the eternal labor of the gods and looked upon the life of beast and man. This is the scenario he changed. He saw, but now there is a rather a change coming in her in his look. A change now fell upon the singer's mood. He was actually singing brilliantly the song of all divinity. Now itself there came a change in her mood. A rough change now fell upon the singer's mood. A rapture and a pathos moved his voice, because we are here that stillness is not there, that luminosity is not there, that happiness is not there. Here something, everything is changing. He sang no more of light that never wanes, and oneness and pure everlasting bliss. That is possible in the upper hemisphere for Artha. Here these are only daydreams. His chant was a hymn of ignorance and fate. Here everything is changed. Whatever he was changing, the singing there, everything is changed here. He sang the name of Vishnu and of birth and the joy and passion of the mystic world. That's what he started singing. And how the stars were made and the life began, and the mute regions stirred with the throb of soul. That's what the came about soul, about the life, about the evolution. That's what. He sang the inconscient and its secret self, because scenario changing, everything is changing. So he is coming to the lower hemisphere, toil, work, struggle, death, like this. All shaping without will or thought or sense. It's bound, unerring occult machinery. And what is darkness yearning towards the eternal light. Love that broods within the dim abyss, and waits the answer of the human heart. That's what he is actually. And death that climbs to immortality. That is what going to happen. Love that broods within the dim abyss and waits the answer of the human heart when it will change. And death that climbs to immortality. He sang of the truth that cries from night's blind deeps, and the mother wisdom hid in nature's big breast. Just imagine how he was, the significant of his arrival in the Madra. What is that? Then he sang the glory and marvel till to be born, because he could, by his native right, he was able to see visualize the things. Of Godhead throwing up at last its veil, and of bodies made divine and life made peace. That's what he could be able to see. And we have seen, this is the scenario, we have seen his face, a beautiful mask of antique joy, appearing in light, descended where arose King of Sapati's palace in the world. That Madra he is reaching, and the story will start, and he will create a result.